Dude, I'm not doing this. No. A lot of y'all motherfuckers, man, you guys try to hold us to standards you don't hold yourselves to. I'm a human fucking being. I get pissed off when people fuck me over. And from now on, when people fuck me over, I'm fucking them over. I don't give a shit. I do not give a shit. Dude, I deal with people in good faith. I don't fuck anybody. My only crime against Anthony Johnson was having the audacity to have the CME. That's all he needed. That's all he needed. My only crime with O'Shea was talking the way I do. My crime with Obsidian is seeing that he lives in a fucking shanty. I don't give a fuck. I'm not taking the high road with motherfuckers. If motherfuckers gonna take the low road, I'm gonna take the low road. Fuck what you heard. Preach, your wife is a fucking fat ass. Obsidian, your woman is a fucking fat ass. And oh, by the way, Obsidian's woman has 3 children. Guess how many she has custody of? This many. These are facts. This bitch told this to Devin. Facts. Obsidian's woman has 3 children that she does not have custody of. Facts. Ask him about that. Ask him about that. This nigga's gonna tell me I showed up drunk and that my woman looks like trailer trash? Bet. Game on. Game on. Your bitch is from Chicago. She has 3 kids that she does not have custody of. Facts. I am sick and tired of these ignorant ass niggas talking shit. I don't give a fuck. I have reached my fucking limit. That's it. I'm not turning the other cheek. I'm not doing none of that shit. And if you guys don't, well, that's not very red pill or very masculine of you. Unfucking subscribe. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I love Kevin Samuels like a fucking brother. I gave him a platform when nobody else would. As soon as he made it, he retracted the ladder. Those are facts. O'Shea lied about the fact that I tried to start a Black 21 convention behind his back. That was a fucking lie. Facts. Obsidian's girlfriend is a fucking fat ass who has 3 kids that she no longer has custody of. Facts. Oh my god. I'm just...
good, people? How are we doing today? First of all, welcome to the show. All right, guys. All right, hold up. This is going to be a jam-packed show, all right? I mean, listen, we're going to be covering a lot because realistically, let me tell you something, okay? I didn't expect for this show to happen today, okay? But listen, this has to do with the whole Donny Boy saga, okay? Listen, we just got a surprising twist. Well, I mean, not really surprising, kind of expected, but realistically surprising that it just happened to happen today. But we're gonna cover it, and that is the response Abba had for my boy Donny Boy. Well, not really Donny Boy, but basically Rolo Tomasi. Yeah, the new challenger in the ring. Guys, listen, this is gonna be an epic episode because we're gonna be covering a whole lot, as well as kind of exposing the kind of cheap tricks and tactics a lot of these Manosphere guys tend to get onto. So, as usual, as you guys are filing in, welcome to the show. Don't forget to hit the like button, all right? Because this is about to get crazy. And listen, guys, if you like the show, go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well, because we're gonna keep this shit coming, all right? Oh, well, there goes my monetization right there, all right? So let me go ahead and turn my music down. Let me turn it off, actually. Let's stop the music, people. Stop the show. Stop the freaking show, okay, guys? Now, first of all, put a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me, all right? Is the audio good? Are we good, people? 1 in the chat. Are we doing? All right. So here's the thing. We're talking about Donny Boy again, all right? Donny Boy saga, all right? Because we're talking about the new twist that came in with Rolo Tomasi. Now, for those of you guys don't know, listen, Abba and Preach just responded. I mean, literally just responded, as in like hours ago today, okay? And that's what I meant earlier by what I said, that I didn't expect for this show to be this kind of show, because actually we had another content creator in mind that we were gonna fry up today. But realistically, listen, any chance that we can get to just expose Donny Boy and Rolo Tomasi and the rest of those Rolo tards that tend to follow this red pill doctrine around and defend him. Yeah, I see some of y'all on Instagram. Listen, I will take that chance to go ahead and drop that video. And guys, Abba and Preach has done us a great solid. I mean, the gift that just keeps on giving, and dropped a video practically not responding to Donny Boy, but responded to Rolo Tomasi. Yeah, the rational male tard. Yeah, this guy. You guys know how that happened when Rolo Tomasi decided to hop himself into the beef and started attacking Abba and Preach, and basically pretty much goading them to come at him, right? Yeah. Listen, today's episode is gonna be an epic, just lesson on why it is that you gotta be careful what you're asking for. Okay, my boy. All right. So, guys. For those of you guys don't know, we got to honestly recap, because, listen, I feel like if we don't, there's going to be a lot of things pushed out of context, okay? And out of context is what the Manosphere, particularly the Red Pill, is what they do best. They love to take things out of context, flip it, and make you look like the asshole while they try to play victim, all right? Case in point, Donny Boy and Rolo Tomasi, all right? All of a sudden, there's this narrative out there that Anthony Johnson is this guy who is this hidden hand behind the scenes that's paying all these guys, but particularly Abba and Preach, to go ahead and fund a hit piece video to go against Donny Boy because of the CME. And he's jealous of it. That's what we've come down to with these two bozos at the helm. Okay, now for those of you guys are thinking, well, whoa, what? How is that even rational? Like, where did all of this come from? Like, Duke, what's going on right now? You and me both. Okay, listen, it all started with the tell-all video Donny Boy decided to put out there. Okay, and this tell-all video was a video nobody asked for. Literally, no one in the Manosphere asked for this video. And in this video, he basically was kind of going after a lot of different Manosphere content creators he's done business with in the past, basically criticizing them and telling them that they were all fake, they never really had his back, and no one there was really real. Part of them were known for being the reason why the Manosphere was falling apart. And he basically portrays himself out to be this hero, this savior of this space, because everyone else is these childish, emotional feminist men, right? So In this tell-all video, he goes after a lot of content creators, particularly O'Shea Duke Jackson. He goes after Obsidian, which realistically, I don't like that guy either, so he kind of deserves it. But realistically, he goes after a lot. And then another one was Kevin Samuels. And Kevin Samuels, it was actually particularly shocking because up until that point, a lot of people thought that, yo, Kevin Samuels and Donnie Boy, they were cool. Matter of fact, Donnie Boy was responsible for helping Kevin Samuels, get to where Kevin Samuels is, right? And, the whole time, Donnie Boy's been reacting to Kevin Samuels' videos, telling these men, how red pill or non-red pill women are, right? Just letting them know how the whole situation is. And people on the outside looking in, they would look at that situation with Donnie Boy and Kevin Samuels and they would say, hey, they're friends because he keeps calling Kevin Samuels his friends. Well, listen, that's another thing you got to understand about this space, all right? We're, like, a lot of these guys, they're just like catty girls, okay? They could say that you're a friend, but realistically, they don't really mean it. And in this case, he basically exposed the fact that Kevin Samuels was using him, right? Matter of fact, hold up. We about to play this video real quick because I found this shit hilarious. My boy was crying, by the way. He was crying because Kevin Samuels told him, hey, bruh, I can't swim with you no more, Jack. Oh, because of a video he made about O'Shea Duke Jackson. Let me play this real quick. It was so funny. Hold up. Guys, let me know if y'all can hear the audio. This shit was so funny. I shit you not. This dude started crying because Kevin Samuels said he can't swim with him no more. He doesn't want to be his friend.
He said, Donovan, what the fuck? I was like, what are you talking about? Why are you reopening old wounds and da-da-da-da-da-da? We had a shouting match. And in the end, Kevin says, Donovan, I can't swim with you anymore. He said this to me. He said, I can't swim with you anymore. He said, we're still friends. These are, and it sucks that
I'm sorry. Every time I watch this video, just seeing how, hey, listen, Donnie Boy, I'm just saying for future reference, a white background does not do your skin justice, okay? Because you come off super pink in this video in your face, bruh. Like, it looks like you for real crying, bruh.
I have to admit this. But Kevin's last words to me were, we're still friends, but for me, no mas. And he hung up the phone. That's the last time I ever talked to Kevin Samuels.
Yeah, he really reflects upon that, okay? So after this video came out, all right, a lot of people, they were like, yo, hey, and this was particularly his own audience, by the way. And I'm gonna tell you this, Donnie Boy's own audience is the weirdest kind of universe because it's this weird amalgamation of different crowds, okay? Part of the people who have been following Donnie Boy for decades, right? For as long as he's been on YouTube, right? And then the other piece of the pie are like the new age kind of crowd that came in from the Fresh and Fit Boys, right? And some of these other guys like the Tates, because he's been sucking off to him a lot, all right? And then the rest are people who are just pretty much geared to troll this dude, which I find hilarious, okay? So here's the thing. There was a lot of mixed reactions regarding this video when it came out because a lot of people were saying, yo, hold up, yo, Donnie, I rock with you, but let's not mistake. We came over from Kevin Samuels because you react to Kevin Samuels videos. You say you're his friend, right? And you be really on that Kevin Samuels, clout wave. You know what I'm saying? So you riding that wave hard, and now all of a sudden he's dead. You're coming out and saying, yeah, we weren't really friends. And you know what? It gets worse because listen. Kevin Samuels, what happened? He left us after he had more than 1 million subscribers. I think it was 1.5 or 1.8 million subscribers, right? So he was growing big. Kevin Samuels was huge, right? Y'all would never guess when Kevin Samuels told him that message. You would think the way this dude has been reacting to Kevin Samuels' videos and been claiming that he's been Kevin Samuels' best friend while Kevin Samuels is alive. When did you think that breakup happened? Right? Did it happen when Kevin Samuels was at 200,000 subscribers? Was it 500,000 subscribers? Was it 900,000 subscribers? Right? No. It was at 100,000 subscribers. No cap. Like, Donnie Boy said that exact message, or not Donnie Boy, Kevin Samuels said that exact message to Donnie Boy when he was at 100,000 subscribers, people. Okay? So he dumped his ass behind the scenes a long ass time ago. But up until then, this loser has been clout riding Kevin Samuels, even though Kevin Samuels didn't fuck with him the whole time. And then after he died, he comes out with this video basically saying, oh, yeah, everyone in Manosphere is fake. Woe is me. And, yeah, Kevin Samuels, I really thought was my best friend. Turns out he wasn't really my best friend. And you know what? The further I get away from the situation, I'm really starting to think that Kevin Samuels really used me as a lapdog. And no, I shit you not. That was his fucking reasoning. His rationale was Kevin Samuels was basically using him as a lapdog. And the way he came to that conclusion was, Kevin Samuels told me to go against Myron and Fresh Prince CEO when Abba and Preach were coming after him. And I listened to him. I didn't defend my buddies when they needed me the most. I did a video that people really liked where I was debunking, the lady that was really calling them out, right? Nina Underrated. And Kevin Samuels told me to take it down. And I thought he was protecting my channel. Well, I did take it down because I chose to listen to Kevin Samuels than defend my own best friends, so-called, right? So that, I shit you not, this guy has no integrity whatsoever, but he's one of the guys in this space talking about integrity my ass, Brody. You horrible. With friends like you, bro, who needs enemies? Like, literally, you call it Fresh. I'm surprised Myron and them is still letting you roll around in their platform. I think DJ Academics said something about, like, Myron just has to work up the courage to let you go. Like Kevin Samuels cut you off, right? You got to cut off the umbilical cord, Shave off the dead weight, Donnie. All right? So I think that's what DJ Academic says that Myron was waiting on. But, like, realistically, bro, with friends like you, like, who needs enemies? You're not even there to defend them. And he didn't just do this with Fresh and Fit. He did the same thing with Rolo. Yeah. Back when he was getting attacked by Anthony Johnson. And what does Anthony Johnson, Rolo Tomasi, and the beef that they had before have to do with all this? I don't know either, but they brought it up. So he about to break everything down. So getting back to the original story, guys, hit the like button. A lot of his own audience, when that video came out, they were pissed off. All right, they said, yo, Donovan, you got to explain this shit, bro, because you saying a whole lot about Kevin Samuels, and, like, we still fuck with Kevin Samuels, even though he's dead. So what's going on? And I guess the criticism got really freaking bad because Donnie Boy then comes out with another tell-all video. But this one was more, it didn't have the, green screen background that made his, skin look, weird, right? It was back in his normal studio. And this time, he didn't look like he was on the verge of tears, all right? He looked like he was about to cry because his buddy said he couldn't swim with him no more. He came out swinging, all right? Donnie Boy came out in his response video to his audience pretty much pressing him. He came out swinging, all right? And this is what he ended up doing.
I'm not doing this. No. A lot of you motherfuckers, man, you guys try to hold us to standards you don't hold yourselves to. I'm a human fucking being. I get pissed off when people fuck me over. And from now on, when people fuck me over, I'm fucking them over. I don't give a shit. I do not give a shit. Dude, I deal with people in good faith. I don't fuck anybody. My only crime against Anthony Johnson was having the audacity to have the CME. That's all he needed. My only crime with O'Shea was talking the way I do. My crime with Obsidian is seeing that he lives in a fucking shanty. I don't give a fuck. I'm not taking the high road with motherfuckers. If motherfuckers gonna take the low road, I'm gonna take the low road. Fuck what you heard. Preach, your wife is a fucking fat ass. Obsidian, your woman is a fucking fat ass. And oh, by the way, Obsidian's woman has 3 children. Preach, your wife is a fucking fat ass.
Preach, your wife is a fucking fat ass. Preach, your wife is a fucking fat ass.
So he comes out with that video. He comes out swinging, and he's going. He's calling out. He's calling out Obsidian. He's calling out O'Shea. He's basically saying, "Fuck all of you, all right, that are coming at me saying that I'm wrong for telling it how it is. Okay, this is how it is. I'm done being the lapdog. I've been Kevin Samuels' lapdog for years, bro. Now I'm free." So basically, bro, what ended up happening was he then in that video, because in that live stream he was kind of going after Destiny too, because for some reason, listen, what you guys are going to find out about the Manosphere space, particularly the red pill, there's a weird obsession with homosexuality, especially people who are not heterosexual. And I'm talking about strictly heterosexual, all right? Not to the point, you don't have to get to the point where you're like full on, Islam heterosexual, right? But, maybe a good old mid-tier Christian or, something heterosexual, whatever you want to call it, right? So if they sense that your sexuality might be sus, to them, that's a silver bullet. That is a silver bullet, all right? Because in the red pill land of macho men, you can't be bisexual, you can't be gay, you can't be any of that stuff, because that is a targeting point for you. So Destiny, ever since he basically has been on like Fresh and Fit, he's been making his round throughout the red pill space, right? A lot of these old dogs like Donnie Boy and Rolo Tomasi and some of these other guys, right, who are looking for that cheap, quick attention, like Lord Marquardt of all people, right? He came after Destiny in the weirdest way, and he was super obsessed with his sexuality. And listen, hey, Lord Marquardt, Lord Marquardt, Lord Marquardt, we didn't forget. We haven't forgot. Y'all are all in the same boat, right? All y'all just hating on like these other content creators yet doing content with them. Y'all are fake. But anyways, so a lot of these red pill guys, right? They've been really pressing Destiny, and one of the main tools they've been pressing Destiny on has been his sexuality, right? Oh, you're bisexual. And I don't know, where did he admit that on, chat? Please help me out. Was it on Fresh and Fit? I think it was on Fresh and Fit's show he first admitted that he was bisexual, or was that during the debate with Abba? I'm not 100% sure where that information originally came out, but as soon as it was out there, every one of these old red pill dogs that want clout, like Donnie Boy and Lord Marquardt, has been using that to attack him, right? And the fact that, they have an open relationship, that's another point of attack. So basically, listen, for guys, if you're not really in the Manosphere, or if you don't really understand red pill, heterosexual is the way to go for a lot of these guys, okay? So in this live stream, dude, this guy basically loses his mind because a lot of people are pressing him like, yo, you got to explain yourself about this whole Kevin Samuels debacle, right? So the real Donnie Boy was unleashed, right? He was like, I am unfeathered. All right, I'm gonna go after everybody. Fuck you, Obsidian. Fuck you, O'Shea. All right, Kevin Samuels, you use me, right? And oh, by the way, preach, Obsidian's your wife's a fat ass. Preach, your wife's a fat ass. Everybody was like, yo, what the fuck? Yo, where the fuck is all this coming from? Let me just play this right here.
And Anthony Johnson, bruh, dude, bruh, you got no idea what's coming to you, bruh. No fucking dude. Oh my god. Anthony, for whatever reason, thinks that he's in the clear because he hasn't seen or heard anything, bruh. Oh my god. Trust me. When the shit starts to hit the fan legally for this motherfucker, y'all gonna know. And you wanna know something? You wanna know what Anthony has done? This dude launched the DDoS attack on one of my websites when I released my last course, Relationship Foundation Fundamentals. This dude has people all over trying to shut down my payment processors by using fraudulent credit cards to make multiple purchases. I had one guy in some crazy country trying to make 1,000 purchases overnight. Nobody else has the motive to do that but him.
you know that, hey, you know that song I had in the intro where it was like, oh, Danny boy, right? That Danny boy intro song, bro. Like, every time this dude is just bitching and whining, I'm just hearing that song loop in my head, bro. It's like, bro, spare me the, like, yo, let me show you how much I care on this world's smallest violin, bro. Can you see how much fuck I give? Jesus Christ.
Instagram shut down. He got my PayPal shut down. These are facts. These are facts. And and all I did was have the audacity to start the CME. This man is trying to destroy my business. But then as soon as I say anything ill about him, oh, Donovan, you should take the high road. Fuck the high road. Fuck that.
Is it low, guys? Hold up. Let me get it out. Let me get it out. Hold up. My bad, guys. My freaking badness. I'll run it back. I'll run it back for you guys. My bad. Hold up. Thank you so much, chat. All right, here we go.
I'm a human fucking being.
Let's
I
go.
get pissed off when people fuck me over. And from now on, when people fuck me over, I'm fucking them over. I don't give a shit. I do not give a shit. Dude, I deal with people in good faith. I don't fuck anybody. My only crime against Anthony Johnson was having the audacity to have the CME. That's all he needed. My only crime with O'Shea was talking the way I do. My crime with Obsidian is seeing that he lives in a fucking shanty. I don't give a fuck. I'm not taking the high road with motherfuckers. If motherfuckers gonna take the low road, I'm gonna take the low road. Fuck what you heard. Preach, your wife is a fucking fat ass. Obsidian, your woman is a fucking fat ass. And oh, by the way, Obsidian's woman has 3 children. Guess how many she has custody of? This many. These are facts. This bitch told this to Devin. Facts. Obsidian's woman has 3 children that she does not have custody of. Facts. Ask him about that. This nigga's gonna tell me I showed up drunk and that my woman looks like trailer trash? Bet. Game on. Your bitch is from Chicago. She has 3 kids that she does not have custody of. Facts. I am sick and tired of these ignorant ass niggas talking shit. I don't give a fuck. I've reached my fucking limit. That's it. I'm not turning the other cheek. I'm not doing none of that shit. And if you guys don't, well, that's not very red pill or very masculine of you. Unfucking subscribe. I don't give a fuck.
Coming out swinging, baby.
I love Kevin Samuels like a fucking brother. I gave him a platform and nobody else would. As soon as he made it, he retracted the ladder. Those are facts. O'Shea lied about the fact that I tried to start a Black 21 convention behind his back. That was a fucking lie. Facts.
That's exactly what the CME was. You dope.
Obsidian's girlfriend is a fucking fat ass who has 3 kids that she no longer has custody of. Facts. Oh my God, Donovan, that's immature of you. Then I guess I'm fucking immature. I'm not dealing with these niggas like grown men anymore. I am not getting burned any fucking more. So the next time Obsidian starts talking shit, y'all let him know in the chat, hey, what's up with your girl's 3 kids? What happened there? Facts. These niggas out here talking all this shit. And the same niggas that want that drama, Donovan, why did you do that? Pfft, he started it, goddammit. Oh, well, so 2 wrongs don't make a right. I don't give a fuck what 2 wrongs makes. If motherfuckers gonna fire at me, I'm firing back. And Anthony Johnson, bruh, bruh, you got no idea what's coming to you, bruh. No fucking, dude. Oh my God. Anthony, for whatever reason, thinks that he's in the clear because he hasn't seen or heard anything, bruh. Oh my God. Trust me. When the shit starts to hit the fan legally for this motherfucker, y'all gonna know.
And here's the thing, right? Because because that was basically that's all we need to know at this point, right? So in that video, that was basically what started setting a lot of things off, okay? Because, well, guess what? Preach got a hold of it. I mean, listen, you're coming after their wives, bro. You're calling dude's wife a fat ass. Like why? Why go after people's wives? And that comes to the other, hypocrisy of the red pill space, okay? They go low. I mean, the red pill, listen, there's no one pettier and more just vindictive than a red pill content creator. All right, they like to sit there and say women are, they're filled with drama and they're backstabbing and they're untrustworthy, right? But when you come into this space and you see the back and forth and the alliances and the other alliance that broke off, right? Especially with the whole Anthony Johnson thing, right? Because some of y'all wondering, well, hey, where did Anthony Johnson come out of nowhere? Like, how did this come to be, right? Well, listen, Donovan and Anthony Johnson, their beef goes way back since the first 21 conventions, right? We're not gonna go into super detail on that. I've done detailed live streams on that. Check the archives, right? But with that breakup and split up of that, right, it really hurt Donnie Boy's career and growth. It really hurt him, right? But they've been going tit for tat, and I guess, he's saying Anthony Johnson's attacking him or, back and forth. But either way, this guy still believes that Anthony Johnson is, pretty much, he's kind of like Freddy Krueger, right? He's everywhere. When this man closes his eyes, Anthony Johnson is there. Like him and Rolo. I don't know whatever happened. Listen, the aftermath of the beef they had, right? The little catty alliances that they were forming, right? Because Anthony Johnson, after he split off with Rolo Tomasi and Donovan Sharp, they formed the Rule Zero Club. And I wasn't really sure if Donnie Boy was like a full member of the Rule Zero Club. But then Anthony Johnson, looking for allies, decided to form an alliance with MGTOW dictionaries and some of these other guys too as well. What's that other guy's name? I forgot the other guy's name that he formed the alliance with. So he went to the full Black Pill and MGTOW guys, right? The House of Black Pill and the House of MGTOW. Yes, that's who the alliance the president fought with. And then afterwards, I don't know if Anthony Johnson had a falling out with the MGTOW and the Black Pill, because I don't know what's going on there. But Rule Zero Club really isn't a Rule Zero Club anymore, and it just all fell apart, right? But the real losers was really Donnie Boy. And I would have to say kind of Rolo Tomasi for a time being, right? So that's what happened there. And since then, Donnie Boy has been like pretty much blaming Anthony Johnson for just about everything, right? The CME2 that got canceled. It wasn't because he stole his audience's money, right? And pocketed it, then pretended to have COVID and didn't refund them back. No, it wasn't that at all. It was because Anthony Johnson did something to the the area where the venue where they made the reservation, and it got it somehow canceled, and then got his lawyers to send him a weird cease and desist letter to get him to cancel it out. Now here's the thing. Listen. I don't believe that Anthony Johnson had a hand in canceling that venue. I think you did it because you actually had a video coming out and admitting that you did that, and we're gonna expose that. But here's the thing. Bruh. Anthony Johnson or whoever sent that letter, come on now. Like they were not only asking for him to stop doing a CME altogether and like take everything down and apologize to Anthony Johnson, but after an apology to Anthony Johnson, you got to get him 10 bands on top of it, bro. Yo, whoever wrote, and listen, I'm not saying it was a president that wrote that letter. I don't know who wrote that letter and sent it to Donnie Boy, but that's who he's like, literally like, that's what he's using as a smoking gun right now. Actually, you know what? Let me just play that shit for you right now. Hold up. It's actually during the same live stream, actually. Hold up.
And you want to know something? You want to know what Anthony has done? This dude launched a DDoS attack on all of my on one of my websites when I released my last course, Relationship Foundation Fundamentals. This dude has people all over trying to shut down my my payment processors by using fraudulent credit cards to make multiple purchases. I had one. Here's another little tidbit for you guys. This is a review. This is a review on my mobile app. It says Donovan Sharp is a racist by Mr. Weldenforth. Donovan Sharp, a.k.a. Eddie Hopkins, is racist against black women. He's a Nazi and a misogynist. He has been arrested 8 times for fraud and targets black and Jewish people. I am disgusted by this content. P.S. Hi, Cynthia.
So, like, it's shit like this, right? All this stuff that, like, has been following Donnie Boy around the internet. And then there was another letter that he's been using as a smoking gun. And I think I'll bring that up in just a second. I had the wrong video here. But he was using that as his like smoking gun because that letter was kind of weird. It was asking for 10 bans, an apology, and him to just cease and desist all associations with the CME. So until we understand who wrote the letter and sent it to him, right? It's up in the air. It could be Anthony Johnson. It could not be Anthony Johnson. But here's the thing: the reason why I don't believe it to 100% is because these same bozos are also blaming Anthony Johnson for basically Abba and Preach going after Donnie Boy. It's crazy because here's the thing. After Abba and Preach caught wind of that video, they went after Donnie Boy. Like, I mean, come on, you're going to go after somebody's wife and expect them not to come after you? They went after Donnie Boy. And then what ended up happening was they did a first video where they covered him with Red Pill Examine. It was a Red Pill Examine video. And Red Pill Examine basically exposed the fact that Cynthia was, denying her own daughter, for Pete's sakes, which is crazy to me, right? They were calling her her niece, but also that she was a single mother, right? Something that we all knew. And here's the problem with this, right? The big problem with it is that someone like Donnie Boy, well, he talks about single mothers, particularly black single mothers, but single mothers nonetheless, right? And what he talks about him, he basically tells his audience, hey, stay away from these types of women. Single moms are horrible. Matter of fact, there are videos, tons of videos out there that, like, you can even make a compilation, a full-length compilation of Donnie Boy basically talking about how much he dislikes single mothers. Matter of fact, somebody did do that. It was Anthony Johnson. Anthony Johnson actually put a full-length compilation of basically Donnie Boy's hypocrisy. And guess who came across that video? Well, Abba and Preach did. And they also covered that video, right? So I guess, if you're looking at it from Donnie Boy's perspective, it could be like this probably may be the point where he thinks that, ooh, they're probably in cahoots with each other or some weird shit like that. So they covered that shit in the first video. No response from Donnie. I shit you not, guys. No response from Donnie Boy. We're sitting there like, yo, what the fuck? Yo, Donnie Boy, you got a channel with 1 million+ subs and all this traction, basically giving you clout, and you not saying nothing. All right, cool. And then Abba and Preach dropped another video. All right, and this video was basically kind of like exposing the little shenanigans Donovan Sharp does on YouTube Shorts, and like how to treat a woman type shit. Right? It was this weird situation where it's like a what do you call it? Like a PBS skit, right? But for the red pill. Like, hey, the more you know. This is how you got to treat your woman, right? If you guys are at a restaurant, hey, you got to make sure she doesn't make eye contact with any man or anybody, all right? She can't make eye contact with nobody else, all right? Matter of fact, you got to walk in front of her. Yeah, that's right. And if you see a waitress, flirt with that bitch too. Right in front of her. Make her see that you are alpha. Beat your chest on that shit, dog. I shit you not. He actually is putting videos out there like that.
For appetizer, she's going to go with the wood-grilled corn, aged cheddar, spiced bacon. For dinner, she's going to go with the field green salad.
Look at this. Look.
And the
He even highlights that. She never even looks in the direction, on the waiter's direction. Hashtag well-trained woman. And like, if you see her eyes, she looks like a hostage victim. Like, she looks like a hostage victim. Look at her.
For appetizer, and then I'm going to go with the lamb loin. Going across the lamb loin. Medium.
Hashtag well-trained women that can still end up cheating on you. Stop.
You're doing a lot. And if I'm the waiter, I'm like, what's wrong with this one? Her eyes glued to the floor. She held hostage.
Do we need to call 911?
So your girl can't make contact with the waiter. Why? Hold on. Why? I just want to hear why. Oh, because it's disrespectful. I'm the man. She should only be looking at me. Let me ask you, when your girl goes to work, does she look people in the eyes or does she never make eye contact? Does she see a male customer and then avert her gaze?
No, that's actually what they expect you to do in the red pill, right? Because it's one of those weird things where like you have to be the man, right? You have to be an unbridled man, like a manosphere man, a man's man, right? Because that's what these guys value, right? Because they have this weird idea of what it means to be a man, this total alpha chad, right? To be an alpha male, to be a high value guy, you have to live your life according to these tenets, all right? These tenets are, if you listen to guys like Donnie Boy, well, don't date single moms. And it's not just Donnie Boy that's on a single mama train, all right? Just to be fair, for some of y'all hitting me on Instagram talking about Duke, you're only going after black content creators like I'm not criticizing Rolo. I mean, since when did Rolo turn black? But other content creators that go after single moms that are non-black, Richard Cooper. Richard, he charges people $60 an hour. I don't think you heard me. No, $60 a minute. I'm sorry. It's not $60 an hour. $60 a minute is 3 bands an hour for relationship advice. And part of his relationship advice is to not date single mothers. Meanwhile, his whole career up until he was 40 was dating single moms. Matter of fact, I think he almost married one, which I find insane. So it brings me to the total hypocrisy of a lot of these red pill guys, right? They come here and talk about, well, hey, listen, you want to be a man's man? This is how you got to live your life, all right? Because this is how I live my life, and this is how I became a high-value, successful man, right? And the thing is, they put on this YouTube facade, all right, to get you to believe that they're actually rich and successful, and all these women want them because they mold them themselves based off of these tenets to become these people. And they get a lot of these gullible young men to buy into that bullshit, right? And listen, part of the other, listen, it's not just Donnie Boy that does this, but it's a lot of these other content creators that do this shit, all right? They tell you one thing, say, hey, this is the stencil that you need to live your life. But when you dig underneath the surface of a lot of these guys, you start to realize that they're just like you. They ain't shit. Like, and I'm saying that because that's what everyone is. Like, no one should feel like they're better than anyone else. This whole concept of a high value man, where you value someone's wealth, someone's status over character, it's just absurd. Like, that's just the weird thing. But listen, guys like Donnie Boy, don't let them fool you. They're filled with hypocrisies, because in the same video, all right, Abba pulled up a podcast, him, Pearl, all right? And they were on the platform where Donnie Boy was doing another tell-all, right? This guy just doesn't understand how to shut his mouth, all right? And he doesn't understand how to just, hey, some things are just not for the consumption of other people's hearing, okay? So he goes on this podcast, and Mediocre Review and Tutorials is also on this podcast, and he was talking about his past life. And in this past life, how he also got done in by this 19-year-old heroin addict, and guess what? He almost married her.
I'm gonna give you guys the Reader's Digest version. I started paralegal school when I was 31 years old, and there's this hot 19-year-old in my class. We took a shine to each other immediately, right? It was a great relationship. We spent every day together, blah, 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 blah. Red flag number 1 that I didn't even think about. One day, I had a headache in class. She says, what's wrong? I said, well, I've got a headache. She's like, all right. Reaches into her purse, and she gives me this big white pill. I'm like, what is that? She says, it's Vicodin. What's a 19-year-old doing with a bag full of Vicodin, right? Red flag number 2, she had homemade tattoo on her wrist. Stay with me. Red flag number 3, she had a 6-year-old. She was 19 years old who had a 6-year-old, which means what, class? She had her child at 13, which means she was having at 12. It gets even better. The baby daddy was in prison at the time we were dating. Oh. Statutory EPAR. Here's the reason why they didn't throw the book at him with Jessica's Law. It's because she testified to the jury that she seduced him, and the jury actually bought it.
Cap!
Which part?
Cap!
Which part?
All the parts. The whole thing.
You don't think it's real?
All
It's not
cap.
cap.
Why?
It's
Caps.
true.
It's all caps.
It's not cap.
Ask cap.
Why do you don't believe it's real?
A jury's not gonna believe. No.
In America, I've seen worse.
She left her account open on my computer on Facebook. I scrolled through, saw all kinds of stuff, drove to her place. I said, I want you to be honest with me. Have you cheated on me? I wanted her to lie to me, and I wanted her to lie to me so I could just keep up the delusion. She said,
I wanted her to lie to me so I can keep up the delusion. Mind you, this guy's 31 years old, right? And not too long ago, since then, he started teaching guys on game. He started teaching guys on how to understand women. But at 31 years old, he wanted to believe in a delusion that wasn't clear enough, bruh. All right. First of all, you're insecure enough to be looking at her phone, bro. What is one of the main tenets you talk about? Guys. All right, listen to me. All right, if you have to look into her phone, she's for the streets, man. Right? I mean, you guys preach that. If you even have to look into her phone, right? Don't you have to, isn't that the whole thing where she's for the streets? If you get that feeling, right? So you're already proving that you're an insecure man, all right, that wants to live in a delusional world. Jesus Christ, bro.
Honestly, yes. That is the worst emotional pain I've ever felt in my life. To this day, I never will. Dude, I went to her bathroom, I puked, ripped off the necklace. She's blowing me up at work all day long. I'm sorry. I can't pick up the phone. So finally, I picked up the phone. She's like, hey, I'm sorry, I want to spend the rest of my life with you, da-da-da-da. She's like, look, I want to come to your place. I have a birthday surprise for you. So she comes over, she has like this little cupcake, and she bought me a watch that she knew I was looking at. Then she turns around and lifts up her shirt. There was my name tattooed on the small of her back. Dude, my hand to the man. So I was back in her clutches. It was all downhill from there. Guys, this story gets so much worse. How old are you?
He's not lying.
I was 31 years old. Yeah.
Hold on. I believe this is real. At 31 years of age, you got played by a 19-year-old.
See, okay, this point that Abba made over here, right? Listen. I at first I was just like, I made the same point, but one of you guys in the chat actually corrected me until I corrected myself, because I was just like, yo, wait a minute, bro. How do you get duped by a 19-year-old? But then I realized that this 19-year-old also had a 6-year-old. So you already know these young single moms, they've lived, bro. So like, but still, Donnie Boy should have the experience, right? You would think, but it turns out maybe not. So and listen, just because she was a 19, and listen, she was also a heroin addict, all right? People like that who are addicts, they live rough lives. You can't deny that. That means it ages you quite a bit in terms of experience and hardship, all right? So your experience in hardship gets worse, the horrible life choices you make, right? So listen, I would say that at that point in time, a 19-year-old, because Donnie Boy is not as smart as he thinks he is, okay? So listen, this dude can get done in by if he's able to get done in by somebody like Devin, come on, bro.
Good Lord. This is really pathetic.
She continued cheating on me, right? So I'm always trying to catch her. I lost my job. I lost the place that I was at. The car that I had was paid for because I paid cash for it. It broke down. I didn't have a job, so I couldn't get it fixed.
Think about it. Just dealing with this woman, this 19-year-old single mom while he was 30, right? Because listen, he's like in his 40s now, right? And he's marrying a single mom. So this guy has a history, clearly, of dating single moms, at least ones that have not so great of a past. Speaking of which, I mean, let's look at Devin, for example, right? But listen, you mean to tell me you lost your job, you lost your apartment dealing with this woman at 31?
I'm evicted. I ended up having to live with a couple of her drug addict friends.
Yo, the reason why I'm saying that is because you can't put the whole blame on her. Because that's what he's trying to do right now, all right? Pay attention to this, because the lack of accountability is real with this one. That's what he's trying to do right now. Listen, if you get to the, first of all, eviction proceedings are pretty tough. They give you a certain amount of time, because the renter or the landlord, right? They gotta make sure that they document this stuff. So it takes time for you to be like forcefully removed from your apartment. So that means you let time go where you couldn't handle your finances and get it together before this shit happened. That's what it's telling me, because what I'm seeing right now is somebody who doesn't understand or have good financial management skills.
In a quasi crack house, and I kept trying to get back with her. September 16th, baby daddy gets out of prison. Okay, baby daddy gets out of prison. I called her up on September 15th. I said, you know what? I can't do it. I think you still love Ben. I can't do it anymore. Dude, she cried her eyes out.
I agree.
Hung up the phone. I stayed up all night long. I couldn't sleep. So I called her up. The next day. I was like, hey, meet me at this gas station. Then I called up my brother and I borrowed $800. He gave me $800. I went to the jewelry store.
His brother's a teacher, by the way. His brother's a teacher. This guy because the reason why I have to stop here is because those of you guys who watched my other episode where I talked about how him, Kevin Samuels, what's that guy's name? Minister Jap, Solo TV, right? All these other guys were on a panel together, and they were doing what's called the show called The Seven. All right, and that particular show that got him. Oh, Myron was on there too. That show got them all to split up. All right, and the reason why I had Steve Dean was on there too. But the reason why I had to split up because Steve Dean was pretty much calling out the whole idea of the high value man, right? Because a lot of these guys, and listen, even a lot of these, listen, they all preach that high value, to be high value, it's all about the money and status, right? Because part of the argument was, and Donnie Boy brought this up with him and Kevin Samuels, right? He said, my brother is a teacher, right? But if you were to compare him to I think it was like a NFL player, right? Who do you think the world would deem more valuable, right? And him, Kevin Samuels, Solo TV, Minister Jap, Myron Gaines, they're all like, oh, of course, the NFL player, he makes more money. He's a star. The teacher, who cares about the teacher? I want y'all to think that in mind, because they were all arguing and debating Steve the Dean and Lucario, all right? Because they were on the verge of saying, they were on the side of, hey, teachers are important, and I would say that a teacher are high value, right? That's what Steve the Dean and Lucario's position were. Teachers are more valuable than a football player that throws a rock all day, right? So that was the position. These guys argue against those two guys, right? Donnie Boy brought up the example about his brother being a teacher, and here he is bringing up another example of how when he was down on his luck, he borrowed $800 from his teacher brother and wasted it on a heroin addict. Who was more valuable then? So I'm just saying, when these losers want to sit here and talk about value and who has more status and whatever it is, don't let them distract you from someone who's in your local community actually trying to do some good. Right? Because I think this hero term, when we label football players and basketball players and baseball players as heroes and all-American, stop it. That's all propaganda, all right? That's how you know your empire is in decline. Because when they're trying to get you to understand that these people who are gladiators, essentially the modern-day versions of gladiators, are now heroes, it lets you know that, hey, Rome is falling. Y'all need to pay attention somewhere else. That's what it's talking about, because those guys aren't real heroes. The real heroes are the people that lend you a hand every day in your life, and they don't even ask for nothing back. This fool borrowed $800 from his teacher, brother, but has the gall now that he's made it YouTube famous to sit there and say, yeah, teachers aren't high value. Teachers aren't valuable at all. Hey, men, I want y'all to wake up.
I bought her a ring, proposed to her.
He proposed to her with that ring, bro. He ends up proposing to her with that said ring he borrowed from his non-high value brother. I'm sorry, his great value brother, right? It just goes to show you these guys' mentality is all fucked up. But here's the thing. After that, you would think that Donnie Boy would respond, right? No, we didn't hear not one peep from Donnie Boy until the new challenger arrived, which was Rolo freaking Tomasi, right? And Rolo Tomasi basically came in, and he wants you to believe that he wasn't trying to argue in Donovan Sharp's favor. Matter of fact, and according to his words, Donovan Sharp can do whatever Donovan Sharp wants, right? That was what he said. But his main gripe with Abba and Preach was that his own nemesis, Anthony Johnson, was paying them to basically do hip pieces on his buddy Donnie Boy. Okay, I shit you not. This high value loser comes up with that that whole. First of all, the facts and evidence. Where is it? We don't know, right? We don't know where he got that from. But that's what this loser came up with. His whole argument for why Abba and Preach would go after Donovan Sharp was because Anthony Johnson paid him. It's not because that Donnie Boy went after his wife whatsoever. It's because Anthony Johnson paid him. And then, after Rolo basically came out and set the narrative, we still didn't hear from Donnie Boy. Until then, he does this obscure live stream when then he comes out and basically says, and it was buried within like Andrew Tate, because everyone's like basically clout chasing off of Andrew Tate's name now because he's in jail, right? And they're doing conspiracy videos. Oh, he's in jail. Oh, what's gonna happen now? The media, everyone's lying. It's like y'all are just sad people, bro. Like clout chasing enough another brother, and he's in prison right now. Y'all just eating off his ass. That's sad, bro. Some real friends you are. Like I said, with friends like these in the red pill, who needs enemies, right? So after Rolo came out with the narrative, Donnie Boy, like a good lapdog, decides to parrot the same talking points, right? Because his response within that live stream was, yeah, Anthony Johnson, my arch nemesis, right, and also somehow Rolo's arch nemesis, is paying Abba and Preach because, listen, I don't know why they would come after me. There's no reason why they would come after me, right? Making his audience try to believe something that's not true. But then Abba and Preach responded, people, and it was just hilarious, right? But they didn't respond to Donnie Boy. They actually targeted Rolo, which I am surprised that they did, because I was not expecting them to give Rolo any shine. Because in the video that Rolo did, pretty much coming after him, it was clear that he was begging for clout. Like, come on, for the guys that try to label everyone else as clout chasers for criticizing them, bruh, you were guzzling for clout, bruh. And I guess the clout lords bestowed their blessings upon you because Abba and Preach responded, and this video was just absolutely hilarious. So let's go ahead and play this real quick, and let me know if y'all can hear the sound.
People might know him as Tim Pool's father, and he's upset that we talked about Donovan Sharp being a fraud.
Is he Tim Pool's father?
No, they just, for some reason, are both grown men who wear beanies every day on screen. I don't know. I think for Tim Pool, it's more acceptable because like he's in his 20s, but like you're a 50-year-old man married wearing beanies every day.
Maybe he's cold. I understand the sentiment.
Yeah, marriage is a lonely life. Sorry.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this: it's married men that keep those brothels running.
Something about the dude who's like been married for 25 years. I'll be like, let me tell you about dating guy. I mean, shut your old ass up. You ain't been dating forever. You dated while motherfuckers were using Morse code to get at each other.
Typewriters.
Typewriters.
If I used typewriters,
yeah,
and he used.
Hey, he got 15 years on you. He one of them old. Okay.
But let me explain one other thing to you. Abba and Preach, before you start like mouthing off with bullshit like that, especially with people that I know, and again, I'm not defending Donovan. That's his house. He can go do you want it? Oh, he's defending him. Go talk to Donovan. That's on him. Did he do it? Yeah, clearly. He's talked to it. He's talked about it. He took the hit for it way back when Anthony came at him back in 2020. That Abba and Preach clearly didn't know anything about because they wouldn't have come up with this lame contrived video. And they even admit in the video that they got the information from Anthony. Could it be because he's paying you to do these attack piece videos? I can't wait for the one on me.
Like, it was so cringe. And he was saying it's a lame, contrived video as he was making a lame, contrived video trying to blame Anthony Johnson for Abba and Preach going after Donnie Boy. Like, it's so weird. And this is your king.
Shills of Anthony Johnson. But you're happy to take that fucking money and run with it. It's a paid, it's product placement.
Take people out.
Yeah, he said we're paid by it. First off, I didn't even know his name was Anthony Johnson. I just know him as the guy from 21 Studios. I don't know much about him. Okay, I don't know much about him. But if you think we get paid to cover anybody, you are bugging.
You can't prove something that did not happen.
That's my point. So you got to bring the proof. You can't just make that kind of allegation.
No, but the whole rant is irrational. But
Yeah.
Whatever.
Bro, that's facts. Where is your proof? And we're asking that. Rolo, y'all talk about facts, right? Y'all go in on these women when they come in and they talk about things and, oh, well, where's your facts? All you women are just emotional. Yo, Rolo, where's your facts that this is happening? Where's your smoking gun? Who's your sources? Who did the research for you? Or are you just out here just saying whatever? Because if you're just out here saying whatever, then we have a problem, all right? Because then we got to look into some of the messaging you've been putting out there and revisit some of those criticisms people had for your work, Rolo, right? Especially some of your iron rules of Tomasi. A woman is incapable of loving a man the way a man wants to be loved. Iron rule of Rolo Tomasi number 6. Like, what the fuck? This guy who's married is the same one saying that a woman is incapable of loving a man the way a man wants to be loved. Is your marriage horrible? You've been in a relationship for 27 years, guy, and you writing this nonsense? Like, is this escapism? Like, what is the red pill to you, bro? Like, I don't get this.
I'm not here defending Donovan. Proceeds to try to defend Donovan by discrediting us, but hey,
with bogus allegations.
Yeah.
And I think you put a price on how much we were paid.
Hey, but don't we get mad at ladies when they make false allegations?
That's fair. Those are some very serious allegations. That's why we need this level of accuracy. That's why we need to speak in terms in ways that are that leave no room for error.
It turns out that It turns out that even rational males or red pill dweebs, right? They turn into making up false allegations about people, right? When they don't like them.
I told you, this is what happens in this space, bro. It happens all the freaking time. Okay, like these guys are the most emotional people. Listen. Like, see, Abba and Preach are big content creators, so I'm sure they don't really know what really gets down in this space. But for those of you guys who've been following this channel for a long time, you've seen when we've been criticizing these guys, you've seen them spam our chat, you've seen them come in and flash our streams, you see them like they send us threatening messages, they've doxed us, they do whatever. These guys they react in such an emotional manner, it's not even funny. So, you like, listen, we weren't surprised that somebody like Donnie Boy would go after Preacher's wife. Matter of fact, it's not even shocking to a lot of people in this space that someone like Byron Gaines would even go after or even think about going after Preacher's wife, right? To them, it's probably shocking that someone would do that. Like, they'll go after your wife, right? Especially coming from a space that's supposed to be teaching men how to be men, right? But you're wrong. That's not what it's all about. These guys are emotional girls, and when they get hurt, they're going to do whatever they can to hurt you. They're going to go after your personal life. They're going to go after your wife, your kids, right? There are even situations where other content creators have contacted, like, the people that they hate and their kids. I think MLD is known for doing that, right? Trying to get at people's kids. So it's, yo, like, these guys, it may be surprising to you, but when you come down into the trenches over here, these guys are weirdos. Like, we dealing with some real freaks out here.
That's funny.
They just make it up. Look at this. He said we get paid for it.
Funny how they talk about these bitches, and then come to find out you the bitch.
Yo. But hey, anyways, let's listen to Temple's dad.
Tell me who's left. I can't. Please do it again. I would love to recover this, because you do that, I'll be happy to release all of the screen caps I have of you cyber stalking my daughter. Bring it, please. I'm begging you. Right here on the fucking chin. Do it.
Hey, this was kind of cringe.
Do it now.
This part was cringe.
I'm begging you.
It was cringe, bro.
I don't know. It's just weird watching a grown man say, "Come for me, come after me. I'm waiting for it." Like, calm down. I don't care about your stuff. I don't care about your content. I think you're another one of them red pill goofballs from what I can see right now. And also, I think it's interesting people call things hit piece when they just don't like the truth being exposed about them. What did we say in there that's a lie? According to you, we didn't make up any lies. So how is it a hit piece?
Go talk to Donovan. That's on him. Did he do it? Well, yeah, clearly.
You guys know what a hit piece is? It's when you bring out false information to misrepresent somebody. But that's who he is. That's his video.
It's so funny. They're right, bro. I love the way they put it, right? Because he's over here saying that Abba and Preacher doing a hit piece video against Donnie Boy. And there's no other reason aside from, like, Anthony Johnson that Abba and Preach would attack Donnie Boy, right? Here's the thing. They're trying to, just like the U.S. government try to teach, you know, the media machine, and we know the media is owned by the government, but you know they try to treat most Americans like children, especially the media. You watch most mainstream media, whether you're on the left or the right, it almost seems like they're talking to you like a child, right? They're telling you what to think, right? It's kind of like that with Rolo, and when him and Donnie Boy, when they're talking to their audience, it's almost like they're telling them what to think, right? With the whole Fresh and Miranda situation, where Fresh was clearly simping for Miranda, and we knew that Miranda was for the streets, okay? Everybody knew she was for the streets. Even Miranda knew she was for the streets. But Fresh came on fresh and fit, and even worse, drug DJ Academics onto the platform to debate the whole thing, which got him exposed. And we knew he was simping for a hoe, right? So listen, Listen, which was one of the main hypocrisies a lot of these guys talk about, right? If she has a high body count, or if she hangs out with X kind of girls, or if she does these or has these type of tenants, she's for the streets. Meanwhile, these same guys behind the scenes are going after those type of girls, which goes to my other hypothesis I've been telling you guys. A lot of these guys, especially men in the red pill space, and some of these guys in the manosphere at large that claim to want good women, it's not true, because a lot of these guys can't handle good women. And it's not because like, oh, good women are so righteous and great or whatever it is. No. Good women, a lot of these guys, they get bored. They'll get bored right away. Listen, have you ever talked to a woman who's like had little to almost no experience? There's not a whole lot you can do, especially when you're in the bedroom. Everything is new, and you can't really give it to her the way you really want to give it to her, because she's new to it, and you gotta be patient. A lot of y'all don't know that. That's how I know y'all don't have experiences with good girls, or none of y'all actually ever met good girls, because it's a lot of work and time and patience that y'all not ready for. And guess what? They are gonna demand a hell of a lot more. But the reason why these guys like loose women, right? Because these loose women, they know what these men want, okay? Because they've been with lots of men. They have the experience, right? They know the feeling. They get the general vibe, all right? And they don't press the guy. So when the guy is with them, right, he doesn't feel like, oh, I'm walking on eggshells just to do something. I feel like I could truly be myself around you. And guess what? You can really hit that the way you really want to smack that. And that's why these guys get attracted. So you see these guys like Myron, you see these guys like Andrew Tate, and they talk about, oh, I'm gonna be Islam and I want to marry virgins, while surrounding themselves with whores. Like, it's just like, yo, who are you trying to fool, my guy? So that's what I'm telling you, bro. Like, listen, Abba, preach, y'all, I'm letting y'all know right now, these guys don't give a fuck about none of that, okay? They're just men who don't get boxed as often, and they don't understand that it's a lot of stuff, it's due to the forces that they can control, and a lot of it is due to forces that they cannot control. But they don't understand how to put all that stuff together to move through life, all right? And these losers certainly aren't giving them the tools to do it.
We didn't take things out of context. So if you want to make the claim and the false allegation that's a hit piece, you have to provide the evidence. But again, red pill dudes, much like the women they love to criticize and the bimbos that they meet in Miami, are very emotional and love to make false allegations that they can't prove themselves.
Abba and Preach, you are treading on thin fucking ice, my friend. Because when Donovan does his response video to you, you can expect that he's going to quote, or he's going to bring up the video of you and your milking video with Shan Booty.
Okay.
Yo, hey, yo, y'all don't know I'm laughing this hard. Yo, when I first reacted to the actual video, I didn't know what a sham booty was. It's actually a content creator, and like she did something with Kevin Samuels too, so I gotta give her respect. But I had no idea who she was. I just thought Rolo was making up shit. I'm like, what is milking sham booty? Like, is that some kind of product? Like, what are you talking about, dude? So my bad on that, bro. But like, yeah, it was an actual video that Abba did talking about getting milked, okay? Now, guys, mind you, this is their smoking gun, all right? The fact that Abba was getting milked.
I guess this is I guess this is the ammunition these guys think they have against me, that I like getting my ass ate every now and then. Sure, yeah. Nigga, I don't really care what you guys think. If I have an attractive woman who wants to do that and I enjoy it, then we can do it. I don't give a fuck. Is that you see how juvenile and irrational these masculine leaders get whenever you slightly poke? I didn't even poke this dude. I poked the next man. Pause. This poking is kind of sus.
Hold up. Pause. I'm glad they put that there. Pause, bro. Pause. Yeah, dog, like, for real, right? But it goes to show you what I tell y'all before at the start of this episode, right? Listen, a lot of these red pill guys, when you come into this space, you gotta be 100% heterosexual. Anything that comes off sauce in any kind of way, shape, or form, it's just gonna make you look weird. Hell, you can't even have a picture, okay, with someone doodling on it, because then they'll see that as sus and you not being 100% masculine, okay? That's what it is. So listen, I don't like you. Whatever you want to do in your sex. Listen, God, there are a lot of dudes out there that like have crazy ass preference in bed when they're having sex with their significant other, and if they choose to share it, it is what it is. But like, if that's what he enjoys, that's what he enjoys. I mean, it is. I mean, is that something I would do? No, like, don't be playing with niggas' buttholes and shit. But like, listen. That's his shit. But here's the thing: a lot of these dudes that tend to criticize or overly criticize other people's sexual, sexual bedroom preferences and things like that. These guys are the same one that probably have the most repressed fucking fantasies out there, bro. These guys probably are the ones that like that autoerotic asphyxiation type shit, where you walk in a room, they're fucking, hanging on the fucking closet by their belts, jacking off shit. I'm sorry, bro. Like, just imagine Donovan and like, fuck. Like, listen. Y'all know those? You know what's that called? Is it BDSM where they're wearing those like latex suits and like it's all like with the ball gag and stuff like that, right? Can you imagine Donovan and Devin like doing that in the bedroom? Like, Devin just comes in with a whip. I don't want to. Let's get back to the video. I don't want to put that image in your head, but I was just thinking about it, dude. Cause like, listen, y'all, chat, hear me out. Listen, the reason why I think that, bro, is just that a lot of these dudes that are super like heterosexual and they're not even like these guys. You could tell they're not comfortable in their sexuality at all. Like a lot of guys in the rep space are not comfortable in their sexuality at all. Like that's the main thing, which actually hurts a lot of men, right? So they deem a lot of things that could look like it could be feminine, and if it's on you, it's considered gay, right? So I find it wild, but just picture these guys who are just like staunch. You can't be gay, or that's gay, or this is gay, right? It's like, bro, what are you doing behind the scenes? Like, I bet you if we peered into your closet, there's gonna be a whole lot of cucumbers. Let's get back to the video, dog.
But I poked the next man, okay? And this guy had a reaction like, you eat pussy. Who cares?
So if I understand,
Yeah.
if I understand clearly, you're saying, oh, well, wait until he replies and he does it. He made false assumption about my wife. And drag the whole person that has nothing to do romantically with me and drag that person on a 5-hour live.
Facts.
Preach, your wife is a fat I'm going to say that one more time. Preach, your wife is a fat
And now you're...
Bro, and the way he said it, bro, you see that little snarl at the end, bro? Hold up, you see that little snarl he made at the end, bro? He really meant that. Like, that you're a fat ass. Like, he really meant that.
Your wife is a fat ass.
Look at the snarl, bro. He really, like, when he said, he really believes that, bro. Like, listen, I wouldn't doubt every time. You know what? I think every time he says the N-word, it just sounds so funny. Cause like when he says it, you also notice that same little snarl right there. Just a little snarl right there. Like, just shows you that he really means what he's saying. When he says the N-word, right? Like, he almost wants to say it with an ER, but he doesn't want that to slip because he wants you to believe that he's still black. Yeah, Donnie, you ain't fooling me, brother. Listen, the way y'all be coming after these single moms that are black, and you somehow avoid the fact that some of these white single moms be on the same behavior or dusty behavior like y'all like to preach against black women, I just find it so odd. Oh, wait a minute. You're marrying a white single mom. So what does that make you shaming your own counterpart? Yeah, I just found that very interesting. But look at the snarl. He was just going when he said Preacher's wife was a fat ass. You could tell he really meant that, bro. You really meant that. But these guys, the reason why I said they treat you like children is because this is what he said. This is coming out of his own mouth. And I'm glad Abba and Preach brought this up, because if you are in the red pill right now, and you're not on the outside looking in, right, and you're one of these Rolo tards running around here, right, you would watch a Rolo to Masi video, and you would watch this video, or you wouldn't even see this video by Donnie Boy, some of y'all, but you'll watch the other video of Dunny Boy pretending to be a victim, and you would say, yeah, Abba and Preach, those guys are just liberals. Oh my God, they're just so sensitive. Like this and that. They're just attacking. They're attacking because they really hate Fresh and Fit, because Fresh and Fit is on the up and up, and they don't want Fresh and Fit encroaching on their space. They're treating their own audiences like they're fucking children, and I find it just despicable that these very same royaltards are ones that have come to us and say we're the unintelligent ones, right? We're the uneducated ones. Have you bought the copy of the book? Have you actually read the book? Like, do you even know what's happening? It's like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? It's, just listen to what they're saying, bro. They don't know what they're fucking talking about.
And now you're mad because we exposed some shit that he said?
That is true.
But you cannot see what the fuck he did? But you're like, nah, yeah, he did whatever he did, whatever. You go over that. When the person went on the web and slander a person that had nothing to do with anything.
Hey, listen.
How does that work in your mind? How are you calling yourself rational and that is the situation and you're like, nah.
And you're defending it.
And it shows you, listen, any rational person would ask that question, right? But this isn't the first instance that Rolo has done this, or actually the collective Red Pill space have done this. Because if you guys notice, a lot of these guys, they collude together. Fresh and Fit, they for Pete's sakes, this is fucking weird. But they have their own version of the Avengers, and they just welcome Sneeko into the club, all right? Congratulations, Sneeko. Welcome to the Red Pill Avengers, right? So he's there with Myron and all those other guys, right? Rolo, Donnie Boy, all these other Red Pill Avengers. What do you call it? Troy Piss Francis, for all people, right? MLD, they're all part of the Red Pill Avengers, right? So this is this group of guys that come around and circle jerk each other and pretty much watch each other's back. Why? It's not because they're looking out for you men. That's this grandiose, goodwill thing that they want to portray themselves as, right? Because, they want to act like they're doing this for the greater good. They want to act like they're saving the lives of young men out there, but it's not the truth. And there was another thing that Donnie Boy actually said about that, right? He actually came out and said that people who were going after other content creators that were trying to help other men are an enemy of masculinity. He said that, right? Well, listen, first thing first, I think you getting married to Donovan or Devin, you getting married to Devin makes you an enemy of masculinity, right? Just even dating her makes you an enemy of masculinity right off the bat, all right? Because, listen, bro, just come on, dog. You just a whole, he who lives in a glass house. I mean, come on, you ever heard of that shit? But, like, you said that, Donnie Boy. You said any masculinity. Here, you guys are the collective Red Pill Avengers. You and your crew run around acting like you saving men, but the reason why they don't hold each other accountable is because the money from these simps, from these lost men, is too damn good. Matter of fact, it's so good they invite OnlyFans women to eat off the same table before y'all even get a bite. Listen. If you want to talk about real Manosphere and Red Pill shit to help men, we're the lobbyists to lobby for equal placement when it comes to child custody laws. Where's the lobbying for fair treatment when it comes to things that actually matter? Why aren't we putting all the millions of dollars we're pouring into the super chats of these people that are supposed to save you? Where is that going to actually help men? Why isn't it going into the family courtrooms? Why isn't it going to even men who are homeless veterans, for example, who are just duped by their own country into serving for something they had no idea that they were doing so far from home? Where is all that support from these same men that are claiming they're out to save lives? They're not saving anything but their own wallets, bruh. That's just what it is. There's no real world tangible proof that they're doing anything but just going on a podcast talking. That's all these guys do. There's no lobbyists. There's no general law for a man out there who's struggling in the court law, in the divorce system right now, right? Where's the Manosphere to to help him out? Where's the global Manosphere fund that's gonna fund a lawyer to help him so he can get 50-50 custody? Because you guys like to bitch about women, right? Women, they like to take us for a ride in divorce courts. Well, where's the plan of attack for that? I don't see any pen to paper with these bozos. Okay, they don't know how to plan, or they don't even understand how real power works, or how to even secure real power. They just come up here, talk, LARP, act like they know what the fuck they're doing, but essentially, at the end of the day, they're not helping anybody but themselves. And sadly, but really not really, a lot of these guys fall into that trap. And if you're not aware enough to just do the basic critical thinking, it's like, okay, well, what the fuck are these guys even actually about? I'm sorry, bro, but there's no help for you. There's none.
How, bro?
Fresh. My man's 28 going on 80, and I don't want that to be you.
Come at in this sphere. Beware. And it's not, and you better be clean. You better have a fucking clean nose before you do that. Because I know damn well you took money. I know damn well why. There's no earthly reason for you to actually just out of the blue do a hit piece on Donovan Sharp. There's no reason.
Look at Princess
You can't even explain. You can't even explain
like,
that.
yo,
Well,
what?
I wanted to get clicks. No, you didn't. We know you're full of shit.
You idiot.
I thought something way better was going to come out.
I got nothing else.
He's a retard.
You idiot.
Hey, listen, he said you had no reason. Nigga, this man did a whole live stream where he was calling his supposed wife a whole bunch of different names. And then not only that, he was talking about the wrong person, one of our friends. And so he was bringing her into the public eye and basically doxed her for everyone else to see for no reason. Okay? How are you going to call yourself the rational male and give this fucking schizo level defense of your good friend?
I'll easily defend Donovan. How can a man be a crook when his work actually saves lives more than what his haters ever have to say? You know what?
Tell these bitches to go to hell.
Yeah, and Abba and Preach are the bitches to tell to go to hell because they are shills. Openly, blatantly, obviously. They got shit all over their face, shills of Anthony Johnson. Because all that stuff has been out for ages.
Where is
guys.
your proof,
You're not
bro?
revealing anything new, and you look like idiots for doing it. In fact, you look worse than idiots. You look like shills. You look like it was fast money.
And you know what's funny? He's saying this as he's shilling for Donnie Boy. Like that's what he's doing. He's shilling for Donnie Boy right now as he's calling them shills, right? It's like, bro, like no one asked you to make this video. You're camping for your boy. Why? Because these guys gotta protect the money. He's easily gonna point out that Abba and Preach are like these weak liberal weirdos, but they conveniently just missed the fact that his own boy, his own buddy, right, was basically calling these other people and going after their wives. And the woman wasn't even his wife. It was somebody else who was random. So that was him. Listen, if you really wanted to be the Godfather, you would have told your little buddy, all right, you told him, hey, buddy, stop, all right? We don't want to start any wars, right? That's how they do it what do you call it? What's that panel where they had like the mafia bosses of each family? What is it called? The round table? No, it's not called the round table. It's called something, right? It's the commission, right? Y'all supposed to form a commission. You're the Godfather, right? So if somebody within your commission, if the family head, right, the Sharp family, right, he wants to go after Abba and Preach, well, you got to say, hey, listen, Donnie, we don't want war, all right? We don't want war with the liberals, all right? Let's just relax, okay? Chill. That's what you're supposed to do as a Godfather, all right? But you dropped the ball. Instead, you're shilling for your buddy. And now you got smoke that you're not ready for. Listen, I'm here for it because y'all are the gift that just keeps on giving. And like literally, thank God for the red pill, bro. Like, if it ain't waking y'all up to realize the frauds that these losers actually are, I don't know what else to tell you. But me and the homies in the chat, we just here for the fun.
You don't even know who he is. You probably have no earthly. You know who I am. You don't know who he is. You don't know who anybody in this sphere is whatsoever. But you're happy to take that fucking money and run with it. It's a paid. It's product placement. It's like getting that email in your emails. Hey, we really love your channel. We'd love for you to promote our new game, Warriors of Chaos, for $1,700 for a 30-second spot. That's you. And except that's your whole fucking show. Oh, let's see. Was it Excel Plus VPN? $1,700 for a 30-second plug. That's fucking you. That's you. And in this case, it just happened to be, oh, hey, can you do about a 20-minute hit piece on Donovan Sharp? I'll give you $1,200. Are you guys that hard up for money? Because I'll give you $1,200 to go and I'll give you $1,300 to go do a hit piece on fucking Anthony Johnson. You probably take the money too.
I'm not gonna lie, yo. Anybody want to pay me $20,000 to do a hit piece on this dude? I'll do 3 of them. Y'all give me 20 grand, I'll do 3. I'll do whatever. Hey, listen, apparently I'm paid the bot for, so I might as well make some money. So if y'all got 20 G's, I already don't like this dude. So I mean, I'll take 20 G's to do it. Hey, listen, you know what? We're gonna do a fundraiser at the bottom. Actually, I'm gonna do a GoFundMe.
Yo, hey, where's the link?
We're gonna do a GoFundMe.
I'ma promote
if
it.
we raise 20 G's, I'm gonna do a hit piece on this.
Yo, chat. Yo, we gotta make sure this goes to this happens to fruition, bruh, because that works out for our channel too. Listen, bruh, you notice something? This is the mentality, because this is how you know that Rolo's little narrative, it just doesn't make any sense, right? Because he thinks Abba and Preach and their channel is cheap, right? Oh, $1,300. Listen, I don't care what rink-a-dink sponsors decide to pay you, but their channel gets crazy amount of views in hours than your video will see in a week, bro. I'm just saying, Rolo. I'm just saying. So for you to even think that a mere $1,300, like, listen, bro, I'm not high value, but $1,300 is not a crazy amount of money, right? But like, it's just one of those things where when you're looking at the situation, you're like, what? Are you so tone deaf to not believe that these guys who are getting literally hundreds of thousands of views per video are not at least getting like 15, 20 bands a pop, even more? Not just in sponsorships, but ad revenue. Like, so that's how you know this shit was made up, because like to think $1,300 is enough to buy these guys off, it was just a weird thought, because you could tell these guys are used to making money. I mean, for Pete's sake, look at his jacket. Look at Preach's jacket, bro. Like, come on, dog. You already know they make money. Hey, yo, hey, listen, I want to see more hit videos, because hey, the more it's feeding us too. He's feeding these channels too, bro. Clowning these clowns.
$1,200 to go and do. I'll give you $1,300 to go do a hit piece on fucking Anthony Johnson. You probably take the money too.
Certainly, you gotta pay us way more than that.
Yo, I am victorious. Facts. When I saw this video, because I was gonna clown another red pill clown, but we'll save him for a different episode. But like, listen, when I saw this video, it was already 5 hours in, and it was at like 200 and something thousand, and I was like, yo. Yo, in 5 hours, 250K, bro. Like, you're nothing, Rolo Tomasi, bro. Like, $1,300? $1,300, bro. They can do 3 more videos on you and still profit way more than you or Donnie and his little attempt to flex his little $15,000 he made in a whole month. That's done. That's done. Like, the fact that y'all even trying to compare yourself is just hilarious to me. It's crazy. Like, $1,300? Like, bro, in 5 hours, this video did 250K in views. Imagine the ad revenue, bro. Bro, $1 million to get you like 50K. Cash. Jesus, bro. That's how you know these red pill guys, they're just lying. There's no thought process involved with any of their theories.
We not one of them fools. You gotta pay a lot. You think product placement is $1,300 on our channel, bro? You gotta up them numbers. Feel a little broke ass beanie. Come on, bro.
I'll
we
take
better than you
$1,300.
I always wanted to do that one time. Yeah. We better than you niggas. We got more money than you.
Better than you.
I like broke ass beanie.
Listen,
bro,
I just can't get. I can't take. I can't take a man in his 50s wearing a beanie. It's like seeing a woman in her 60s wearing baby fat. It's like
you're a grown ass man riding a BMX bike in the middle of the night.
The whore days are over.
No, but broke ass beanie.
Sorry, the baby fat and the whore thing is just that's always.
But broke ass beanie.
Hey, listen.
That's a fire name.
Hey,
broke ass beanie.
Hey.
Hobo and Screech never learned their lesson. No, they don't. Like a bad fucking case of genital warts. Keep coming back.
That felt oddly personal. I'm like, you're experiencing that right now.
Yeah.
Listen. I didn't even notice that the first time I watched the video. But listen, now that y'all pointed it out, I have to refer to when one of his close associate, Fresh Prince CEO, said that you're not a real man or a real player unless you get burned. And I'm not talking about like, you know, the ones done by like fire. I'm talking about like the itch you can't scratch type of burn, right? Yeah, he said that while on a stream with Miranda. It just, yo, Yo, these guys, listen, they're a fucking cesspool, bro. A fucking walking bacterial petri dish of just whatever kind of STD in the book, just toss it in there because all these red pill guys talk about or really care about is sex with multiple women. That's it, unprotected sex, because they don't like to wear rubber. No, they don't like to play safe at all. All right, so that's just what you get with these guys. They're walking bacterial petri dishes, bro.
Like a bad case of herpes on your anus. Oh, okay. I think, you know what? I'm going to give a shout out to a lot of the folks in the Red Pill community because they're not having it. They say, nah, that dude's a fraud. And Rolo, you look stupid for it. You know what? Let me give a shout out to the Red Pill. I never do this, but the fan base is not nearly as manipulated and easily, like, maybe ill-informed as people make them out to be.
Well, here's the thing. Not all of them are, but, like, majority of them are. The people who are not ill-informed and people who know what's going on, they're not the majority, unfortunately, because they were the majority. Well, these guys won't be making money in the Manosphere space, all right? I mean, that's just what it is, right? But no, they're not, unfortunately. So you'll get tidbits of voices here and you get tidbits of voices there, right, on, you know, the state of the Manosphere or whatever the fuck is going on. But realistically, these guys, these young men in mass, they're going to fall victim to groupthink. And like when groupthink, mob think, everyone around you in the same chat room is thinking the same as you do. When that sets in, like realistically, there's no control after that point. It's just pure, not all, you know, just delusion. That's all you're gonna see in the chat rooms, right? You see in the comment section, you see it in the channels. Like, listen, look at Lord Marquardt, for example. I want y'all to take him for example. He goes after Destiny. Fails in the worst way possible, comes out with a response, and doctors, meaning coming out with a fake stream, pretending it was a real stream to try to lie about it, then took it down way after when he knew people would notice, and during that whole stream, lied. But if you go to his channel, there's still that dedicated amount of people who just love to hear them good lies. They love those good lies. It just goes to show you. Listen, guys like Donnie Boy, they love good lies. Guys like, listen, Myron Gaines, Fresh Prince CEO, they all, Rolo Tomasi, they all love good lies. Donnie Boy desperately wanted his 19-year-old heroin addict girlfriend to lie to him, that she really cared for him, right? And not the prison baby daddy. But that's just what it is. So when you hear these red pill guys come after women and say, no, these women are, you know, they're emotional, they love being lied to by all these Chads and Tyrones, and, you know, these are the type of men they choose and whatnot, just know that a lot of this shit is just emotional arguments coming from butthurt guys. And they don't like the fact, like a lot of these guys, they hate it when you say, oh, we're butthurt because everyone says that we're butthurt incels. No, that's not true because you don't really understand the community. No, that's not what we're saying. What we're saying is, listen, until you guys actually work through your issues, like your actual issues, meaning when you break up with your girlfriend, don't immediately jump on an internet forum with a bunch of losers who think the same way as you do, because all you're going to run into is a crab in a bucket mentality. No, you need to go see a fucking therapist, dude. Like, go see somebody who is professional or goes to school for helping you figure out how this shit works, all right? What's going on in here, okay? Why you feel this way, and possibly how to get through it. Some guy like Donnie Boy, who's got a womanese course online, isn't going to help you do jack squat. I'm just gonna be real with you, bro. You're not gonna succeed with your depression. Listen to Donnie Boy, okay? You're certainly not gonna help your depression with Andrew Tate, because Andrew Tate doesn't believe depression is a thing. So, like, guys, these people online, what you gotta understand, you gotta treat them for what they are. Novelty, like a freaking toy, like, you know, like a lapdog. You know, you pet on the head and say, good boy, thanks for entertaining me today, all right? And we'll see you next time. Guys, I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for being with the show. Don't forget to hit the like button. Listen, it's a Thursday night. I know y'all got stuff to do, because I know I got stuff to do. So we got to go ahead and get that rolling. But, guys, I will catch you on the next stream. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, and we'll see you later. Peace.